It's been a safety-first election campaign for Keir Starmer, walking what he hopes to be a fine line towards victory. And his message today, assume nothing, get out the Labour vote.
This is the final mile. These are the last hard yards. Every constituency is a fight and the polls do not predict the future.
You could be heading this week for a big majority, but you could be the most unpopular Labour leader to become Prime Minister, to enter number 10. No, really, does that worry you? Because you could end up with the biggest wedding and then have the shortest honeymoon ever.
4.5 years ago, when I took over as leader of the Labour Party, I got similar questions. And I've got a strategy and we will do it. And that's what we've done under my leadership. We have taken this party, we have changed it, and here we stand on the Monday before the election, ready to change our country for the better.
This leader fighting on, but perhaps the game is now up. Here in another defensive Tory seat.
I will fight for you. I will make sure that your voice is heard.
In Staffordshire, trying to convince factory workers to stick with him, if only to stop a Labour landslide.
I don't take a single place or person for granted, but I don't want Britain to sleepwalk into the danger of what an unchecked Labour government with a supermajority would mean.
Off we go.
All campaign, Rishi Sunak's been playing a defensive wicket against the dual threat of the Reform Party to the right and the Liberal Democrats in the blue wall. Davey in search of an electoral bounce in the Tory marginal of Eastbourne.
I'm going to take the plunge, so take the plunge with me.
After years in the electoral wilderness, on Thursday, Davey needs to pull off his biggest stunt yet and win dozens of seats to get back to being the third biggest party in Westminster and in his sights, disgruntled Tory voters.
We're seeing lifelong Conservatives switch to us. We're trying to get them to take the plunge and many more join them. If they do, we can win.
In Hitchin and Harpenden, it's now a two-way fight, a Tory stronghold turned Labour target. For voters here, it's make your mind up time. The general election on Thursday, what do you think about it all?
I'm really not interested.
Are you going to vote?
No. If I was going to vote, I'd go Reform.
It looks like Starmer will become Prime Minister. What do you think of him?
I think he's a decent, respectable person, which is what we need after a long time of Tory government.
I don't reckon on Labour winning. I hope that they don't, but if they do, I hope that he kind of stops swapping his mind about.
But the polls say otherwise and have done for weeks. Keir Starmer on the cusp of making electoral history. Just days left now to frame the argument and usher in a new political era for this place and beyond. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Hitchin.